I like to put recording before that in case I want to upload it later. But yeah.
You hate cops just because they're cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
As I've said about her before, I think she...
This is like back in the defund the police movement. Fucking brilliant people. Defund the police! And it's like, who are you gonna call when you're in trouble? The police, of course, but you're defunding them, so how are they gonna respond? Like, it's so fucking funny.
She's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle.
When you have hypothermia, time you get in trouble,
wait.
call a crackhead.
As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle.
I believe he's talking about AOC, bro. Oh, you know what I find sad? You know how American police is hate in USA and Germany because they watch so many films in USA about it. They think German police are the same. Dude, even the US police is not the same. It's the problem is that like you only highlight when like, okay, look, you have a population of 330 million in the US. You're gonna have a lot of police officers for that population, okay? You're gonna have enough of them percentage-wise, even if the percentage like 1% for all, like even if it's 0.1% of all of the police, of all of the cops are bad cops or have a power trip. You can highlight that every day and people will just think that, the American police is bad, we need to defund them. That is actually not the case. Vast majority of the police in the US and in Canada and everywhere, not everywhere, sorry, in the Western world are not corrupt. They want to be police because they want to keep their cities safe. You know, past and protest and look what they saying and treat the police in Germany. Man, yeah, dude, like, again, straight up. I didn't think of that. You're right. Yeah, people will just highlight the bad, right? No one, because the good is not interesting. The good doesn't get views. Indian ones are way worse. You know, like no, not everyone's a winner. You know, most are corrupt. I mean, in Russia as well, in many countries, cops are corrupt. Yes, but like that's not the case in the U.S. Vast majority of cops in the West, like in Europe, in basically not countries with not insane amount of poverty, the cops usually want to keep their environment safe. They are going to be police officers in a certain area to make sure that that area is safe. So many black police officers come from broken neighborhoods. And yeah, you have body cams that become public or whatever of bad cops. No one is showing the good cops. No one, like, it's not, well, I mean, there is a YouTube channel, multiple of them, that show police engagements and where the cop is good, but that doesn't make it newsworthy, you know? I find funny how black people say white are racist and are themselves the racist. Oh man, don't even get me started on racism. We can check first post, Palki Sharma, like themselves are. Yeah. What is this? Palki Sharma. I'll keep it in the back burner as well. Let's get through John Candy shit.
When you have hypothermia, you don't strip naked and run in the snow.
Right.
Senator Schumer never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times just to make sure he got it right. Clowns
Chuck Schumer, bro. Oh my god, bro.
to the left of me, jokers to the right. Republicans aren't perfect, but the other side is crazy. These people.
It's just like straight facts. What happened with Elon Musk, he signed last month, kind of. Not last month, but starting May. I would say last couple weeks. Starting May, he is more hands off with the Doge stuff. He went back to Tesla. So he's probably like hunkered down and like working right now because Tesla was under attack by the lunatics. So yeah. Yeah, what else? Like, what is there to say at this point? Obviously, like, and also he's gonna be like once a week or something like that, or like every so often he's gonna go into Dodge and do stuff. But most of his time is now gonna be dedicated to Tesla, because Tesla has gone through the ringer in recent weeks.
People are about 10 exits past normal. The party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers.
Dude, okay, so this is John Kennedy, bro. Like the funniest senator, right? Just he's a fucking comedian. And like he said, so this is probably his Operation Let Her Speak, bro. John Kennedy Operation Let Her Speak. The best, bro. The best. Our single plan of dealing with the Democrats. Oh, where's the sound here? Here we go.
Of the Democratic Party is firmly in control. Now, that's great for the Republican Party, but it's bad for America. These people are deeply weird. For example, no honest person.
Yeah, the accent makes it 10 times better. Yeah.
Whose IQ is above his age doesn't believe that that biological sex doesn't exist, but they do. That's what I mean when I say they're deeply weird. Our Republican secret plan for dealing with the Democrats is called Operation Let Them Speak.
It's true though. Just let them speak, bro. They're digging their own grave. You know why Trump lost 2020? Because he didn't let Joe Biden speak. If he didn't interrupt Joe Biden and he just let Joe Biden keep talking, Joe Biden would not win 2020. Okay? What happened with Elon? Okay. To be honest, I think there are 3 party in USA instead of 2, aka Democrats, Republican, and then MAGA. So so in the US, it's actually a bit different. Okay, you have 4 parties. Okay, you have socialists, then you have Democrats that are trying to distance themselves from socialists. So socialists, Bernie Sanders, AOC. Then you have some Democrats, he was just on Bill Maher, David something. I think it was named David. Anyways, so you have like the Democrats that are trying to isolate themselves away from the socialists because they usually when they start voting, people just like squeeze those group together. Like if you're a socialist or a Democrat, you'll vote Democrat. If you're a Republican or a MAGA, you will likely vote for MAGA, right? And then you have the OG Republicans that are pro-war and all that stuff. And then you have MAGA, which is honestly, in my opinion, MAGA is centrist. In many of what MAGA stands for is extremely centrist, at least by the 90s perspective. In the 90s perspective, MAGA would actually be liberal. They would be democratic. And by the way, MAGA is run by Donald Trump, a former Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat, RFK Jr., former Democrat, right? The whole Elon Musk, which is not, again, he's not elected, but he's volunteering, former Democrat. These are all Democrats that are like, yo, you guys have went fucking cuckoo, okay? Let's bring it back to what liberals and Democrats stood for, which is the center, left. That was literally like the way the US was going, right? In the 90s, even look at Bush. Bush was a Republican, but in today's, which is like Republican-ish, even by today's standards, he would be a far-right extremist, right? And Bush was all for Hillary winning and Joe Biden winning, by the way, but based on policy, right? 200 gender is insane. If Trump had that accent, he would be more funnier, to be honest. I think Trump accent, the way Trump talks, is already funny enough. 3 parties. He talking typical American parody. Yes. 1, 2 every time. Oh well, how I saw them, I see them anti-democratic for USA. They are, because they silence anyone who opposes them. They are no longer, the Democrats are no longer democratic because they believe in censorship, which is against what Democratic Party stood for the longest time. I am a 90s liberal. I think a lot of people are 90s liberals. That's why they also voted for Bill. Not Bill Gates. Bill Clinton. Okay, because that, like, being center left, I think vast majority of people agree on it. You want to do weed at your own free time? Fucking do weed. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. That is center left in the 90s. Right now, center left is fucking socialism for these fucking retards. Okay? Progressivism is center for them. And everyone who's not progressive is a far right extremist. I'm gonna just have men, women, then just gay. Because it's too easy, man. I'll tell you right now. Do you know why people in the West, especially in the US, they do not have problems? Like realistic problems, like real problems. They don't have war. Even in poverty, they are safe. You can go live on a beach in fucking California and be totally fine. You can always find food, plenty of free food everywhere. You can always find water. You have absolutely no problems. The only problems you have are the problems you create for yourself for your convenience, right? I want to live in a big house. I can't, so I'm creating this problem. Okay? You know, we have a lot of problems. No, you don't. Like I'm saying, like subjectively for you personally, you can consider you have a lot of problems. I'm talking about problems that have to do with your survival, right? You don't have a survival problem. You have only materialistic problems. Your survivability is taken care of. No matter what happens to you, you will be taken care of. Okay? And now you have Twitter warriors who are living with their parents. They don't pay rent. They don't even know how to pay taxes, right? And you have these people telling you that they have their biggest problem in the world is that you are not saying their pronouns because they have no actual problem. Yeah, compare your problems with third world countries, bro. You have absolutely no fucking problems. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, subjectively, everyone has problems. You can live in a utopia and you can find problems. But I'm saying, like, your problems are just like, they're just like these are not actual problems. These are problems you kind of like you make for yourself because you're spoiled rotten by the easiness and the what do you call it? And the like the lavishness of your society. Your society is so lavish, you have to create your own problems. If your biggest problems and like you're losing your mental fucking state because somebody didn't use your pronouns, I'm sorry, you do not know strife. You do not know any fucking issue in the world. Like, you are not experiencing any fucking issues. The theory the bubble created around the West may burst in the future. It will definitely burst, man. Peaceful times, like again, the whole like hard men create easy times create weak men create hard times. We are 100% reaching the hard times. Okay, we are just doing the next round in the cycle. Men here normal. Aki is IQ, I guess. 100. That is our good standard of breathing air. Sorry, Aki, you mean IQ? Is that what, like, I'm not sure what this. Yeah, I agree. Like, example, AQI. What is AQI? Like, example, immigration is a problem because they're not adapting, right? Like, not enough school for learning German. Oh, air quality index. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize that. That is our good standard for air. Like, dude, I don't even know what air quality index is because I don't need to worry about these things. Right. The problem with immigration is that you're bringing too many people from one culture in too short of a span of time, and they do not adapt to your society. They can remain within their culture inside of your society, and they create factions. France have the biggest problem. Yeah, again, like when you do mass migration of a third world country, the third world country is not gonna. Yeah, no, that like I said, we have good AQI, so we don't need to worry about those things, right? This is not a problem that is a problem for us, right? Like I said, people in the West, they don't have issues. They are fabricating their own issues because they need to feel like victims. They need to feel like, oh, like this guy has it better than me, so so I'm a victim. Man, just think you don't even know about AQI. What is AQI? We know that about AQI because it is a problem just because we can't even breathe. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. Your survivability is at risk on a regular basis. People in the West, we don't have these problems. Okay, we actually don't have problems. I can literally lose everything, live in the street, and be completely way more safe than almost any person in the third world. Literally, I can just lose my trousers. I will not freeze to death at minus 10 degrees. Of course, we don't have serious problems as a random country in Africa. That is in Indian. Yeah, of course. Like again, like I said, this is subjective, right? Like if you think of third world countries, yeah, your problems are not as big, right? But I'm saying that's like you actually don't even have, like your problems are self-inflicted. It's not like you don't have survivability problems. Germany is safe as fuck for surviving. Yeah, like the West is super fucking safe. You don't know war, realistically speaking. You're not in a time of war. You had a massively peaceful time. You have technology, you have internet, you have refrigerators, you have constant food, you have supermarkets. Like you are taken care of. And you have people donating food if you don't have food. And if you are in trouble, the government will help you. Like you have so many safety nets. You legit have no problems in the West. Okay. Now, am I saying that's like, I will never be a billionaire? That is not a problem. Being a billionaire is not a fucking problem. Okay. That is a want, not a need. That is like something you just, I want. This is just greed. You don't need to be a billionaire. You don't need to be a millionaire. Right? You can live again. We are just spoiled, right? I won't get to play my video games, bro. I won't get to play my video games. Please, what is this? I'm living in a third world country because I don't get to play my video games. Like this is the fucking mentality of people in the West. This is how fucking spoiled rotten they are. Not saying like your problems are lower than us, saying that problems is if we don't deal with them, we will die. But if you don't deal with your problems, forget no danger of death. There is no danger practically at all. Now there are problems, right? Societal problems like crime and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like for the regular person. The regular person doesn't live in the ghetto. The regular person doesn't get mugged every day. The regular person has no problem securing food. The regular person like doesn't deal with sexual harassment on a regular basis. None of these happen, right? It happens online. It doesn't really happen in real life, right? I was actually at the gym with my friend a month ago. Not that I was a month ago at the gym, just with my friend a month ago. And I was just like thinking about like, dude, like because I just started work and was kind of like hard because I didn't work construction in a while. Like my body was kind of getting used to it again. And he was working there for a while, and I was like, dude, and like, but he had problems with work and stuff like that, and he was complaining to me, and I was like, we were on the elliptical doing cardio, and I was like, dude, do you realize how fucking good we have it? Like, we have a facility where we go to exercise. Just the fact that we have a gym where we can go to exercise to live a healthier life, and like do what we wish to do. Just by the fact we have that, I was like, how lavish our life is. Just by that little fact. And people here are complaining about fucking pronouns, bro. We don't have problems like the Arab state where child marriage is common, or Congo. Just want you to recognize death and cherish what you have while trying to achieve more. Yeah, it's like you can strive to achieve more, but don't play victim with me because, oh no, I will never be a millionaire. Like that's just stupid. Of course, I know that I got lucky. Dude, like if you were born in a first world country, your spawn RNG is better than 95% of the world. Even if you hate your country, you are ahead of 95% of the world if you are living in a first world country. And people saying, oh, I hate America, I hate the West, oh, the West is colonizers. Like, bro, you should thank the heavens you were born in a colonizing country that became a first world. Now we can check first post. Like, my parents could stay in Kazakhstan or in Ukraine. Or Kachan and Kazakhstan? Kazakhstan. Like, bro, like, yeah, people just do not, like, they do not appreciate the luck, or forget the luck. They do not appreciate that their parents went out of their way to wish for a better life in a more prosperous country. Yeah, you could be living in Ukraine right now. How fun would that be? Shit, you could be living in Ukraine before this war. How fun would that be? It's not great. Right, okay. Sorry, man, I went on a fucking tangent here, but it just pisses me off when I think about how spoiled, rotten people in the West are. Kesh Patel testifies before the Senate Appropriations Committee.
Mr. Director, worry not. We'll make sure your agency is adequately funded. This judge you arrested in Wisconsin, she was breaking federal law, wasn't she?
Yes, that's why we arrested her.
She was helping an illegal immigrant escape being taken into custody. Is that right?
Yes, and the field agents decided to open the case, work the case.
And as Americans, do we get to pick and choose which laws we want to follow?
We do not.
If you're a state court judge, do you get to decide you don't want to follow federal law?
No.
And if you violate federal law, you get arrested, don't you?
Yes, Senator.
That's called equal treatment under the law, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
You remember Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, don't you?
Yes, Senator.
Okay, so what is
Mr.
happening here?
Strzok
And
worked-
Sec Dennis, I will answer you. Basically, judges were arrested in the U.S. and people are saying judges are above the law. Doesn't seem like this is gonna be a funny one though. I usually watch what's his name, John Candy for funny, but I saw this part and I want to know. I want a confirmation because everybody knows he didn't kill himself. I know what you feel. One sec, let me just reply to this. Sorry, I know like some of you are not happy that I'm talking about this, but I this is a topic I really like. So he died. He died from somebody killed him. That's the question. But the problem is it was never official. They said he committed suicide somehow, and the cameras died in that moment. What you feel about one question I want to ask you: what if you immigrate? What if you're an immigrant who lives in Canada but hates on it and say, example, Turkey is the best, but live in Canada? Would you say to him something along the lines of ask him why he won't live there when is better in his opinion? See, that is Hassan. I get it. So, if you don't have the means to live in Turkey, I would not ask you this. The problem is, so there's like two arguments. One, which is like, hey, just fucking go to Turkey if you think it's better. The other is, I want, like, this is the patriotic thing. It's like, I want my country to be better. That's why I'm advocating for it to be more like Turkey. The thing is, if you're somebody like Hamas Spiker, who is a millionaire and who has a huge reach, there is no problem of you having the same amount of reach while also living in the place you say is better. I don't like that hypocrisy. I understand the patriotic argument of, well, I just want my country to be better. Well, you can advocate for it to be better somewhere else, because you are not contributing to it being better while you're here. If all you do is talk on the internet, you can talk on the internet from somewhere else and say how great it is to live here while advocating that the US should be more like this. Okay? But if you are somebody without any means, right, like you're barely getting by month to month, whatever, and you think another country is better and there's no way for you to actively move there, then, I mean, I'm not going to tell you we'll go there. I can tell you if we fund your export to said country, would you leave? And if they say no, then shut the fuck up. Like that would be it. Like, and when they can, yeah, you're stupid. Jesus never claimed divinity or said unambiguously that he is God. Did I say that? The messenger of God, not his son. Christianity believes that Jesus is the Son of God, so I don't know. Anyways, okay, we'll be done with this thing, I guess. I'll watch it later. You guys